until after you eat something. So let me eat something. A little chicken salad, so I can tell y'all my dream. So I had a dream that I had some money. You know when you go to the bank and they give you those white envelopes with that they put your money in. So there was like a candy thing, like a thing when you go to the grocery store, you see the candy on all the shelves. And right here was the money thing, and it said Terry. Now Terry is the secretary at the center who gives you your tickets for lunch. And I guess I she misplaced them, the money wallets, the money envelopes, and I was walking like this to go to the elevator to go get some to go to the cafeteria to get some snacks. And I saw the money, so I grabbed some of it. I didn't grab all of it. I grabbed some of the money like that in my hand, and then I was gonna go. But then this fine, I'm talking about the finest, sexiest black doctor who was in a custom suit. He had like a he had like a glitter right here with his initials on it. And he was like, DebraAnnMatthews, come with me. And so we went, you know, in hospitals have a lot of different elevators. So we went on one of the elevators. So that was the other thing. I couldn't figure out which elevator to get me to the floor. So I kept going to different floors, but it wasn't the right place for the snacks. So we went, he said, DebraAnnMatthews, come with me. And he took me on this elevator or that elevator, but he took me down and then he walked me into, it was a makeshift funeral, but it wasn't a funeral. It was an information session. So where the casket is, it was like a table of all this information. And then all the people who were sitting in the church pews, they had different, it was like booths. They had people sitting there, but they had different handouts, color sheets and things like that. And then the people sitting right here, they had some booths. I mean, stuff like I wanted to have a music, get all the kids a musical instrument. So there was this big display of musical instruments, but like hand instruments. So I started getting like 5 or 10 of them. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to take the whole thing, because I ended up having something that I could put all this stuff in, because I like to collect resources. So that's where that comes from. Hey y'all, can y'all hit the like button? So it was just a really good dream. And I mean, this doctor was fine. Do you hear me? He was a chocolate. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, you know, when you have that real money and you get them custom clothes made, Tareen, when you get them custom clothes made, like his suit jacket was custom, but he was a doctor, but he had on this beautiful, beautiful suit jacket. It was beautiful. It wasn't flashy. It was just, you could tell it was custom. It cost a lot of money. So anywho, I probably had that dream because I went to a little trade show yesterday, and I was talking about the man I should have married, but didn't know. I didn't have enough sense to know that he was a good man. Hey, Michelle. And how kind he was and all that good stuff. But more importantly, I I've been saying to y'all that I told the truth. And what that means is that honestly, y'all are just excited about whatever I do. When y'all see me exercise, when y'all see me do things and go places, being that I have a wheelchair, you support that. And I don't even have to get to the real truth. But what made me kind of tell the truth, after I lost a lot of weight last summer, and I struggled so much last fall. And then in February, I took the goal setting class, so that eased up my compulsive eating. And then when they got the happy card at the center, I like lost my mind. So then just taking my weight loss support group classes, and my blood pressure is up, and I gained a little weight, and I'm just like, my knee doctor telling me if I don't lose 30 pounds in 6 months, and the truth is that I do need to get more consistent with my weight loss. And the truth also is sometimes people change consistently when they are up against the wall. But the other thing is sometimes when you have more support, and my coach and my weight loss support group facilitator, they're like, Deborah, you can do this. And then as I went and got some food from the urban ministries, and I got some food from a church that was giving out food to try to stock my pantry up with good food, and the food that's not so good I gave away. And even having the frustrations with my home care worker not always cooking like I need her to, but she did a great job this week. She made cabbage. I bought those mini Angus hamburgers, so she put those in there and made cabbage, and I actually ate. She and I had gotten on to her because last Monday she made me stuffed peppers, and all the leftover stuffing she stuffed it on top of the peppers. I'm like, good grief, don't remember that we have portion sizes. You can't just throw food on top of it. It's not just eating food at home, it's being mindful of portion sizes. So I actually ate half of that. It wasn't that good, but I still got some left in the refrigerator. And but the cabbage I ate, she gave me a small portion Friday, and then I ate 2 containers of it. And I asked her to make me a hot cake cornbread. So I ate a little bit of that. I still got a lot of that left. So I ate 2 containers of these. It was just like that. That pretty much about a cup. But I ate all of it last night. It was good. I heated it up. And but at the end of the day, I'm responsible. And I keep saying that. So what has kind of happened is with Michelle Pettis, her group, it's called Right Your Way to Your Right Weight. And she said of all the counseling she did and all the things she did, what helped her the most with keeping her weight off and eating proportions and not eating like all that drinking and all that stuff is writing her story. So one thing I do when I'm anxious is eat. And even though it's breakfast, so it's okay to eat, I'm not going to eat because I want to eat some of that stuff I got for breakfast. But anywho, so I've been writing a little bit. And I've been on here the last 2 weeks. I've been telling y'all the truth. And not the truth that, see, if I don't say nothing, y'all just be like, oh, Deborah, your hair look good. Oh, Deborah, we see you in that pool. So now, the pool people been threatening us. So my home care worker too scared to take pictures. But I emailed them and I asked them, I said, why did you tell me that it was okay to take pictures if it's against the policy? I emailed the director and I said, and where is the policy that states it's against to take pictures since they've been saying it's a policy issue? But, I can't force her to take my picture. So, that pisses me off. But hey, because I really like having swim picture content, but that's okay. See, all of this stuff, it's a distraction because who's responsible? Me. So yesterday I was talking to my sister, my baby sister. I had already shared this truth with my older sister, but I was sharing some things about me and my life, and my sister was like, I would have helped you. And I was like, oh, okay. Good morning, caller. But the thing, and this is about, getting pregnant and losing babies and things like that. And, I told her that I never would be a single mother because I saw how hard it was for my mom. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that happens to people who are raped. Man, I'm finna tell y'all the truth. When you're raped as a child, more than likely when you become an adult, you're gonna be raped as well. And the reason is, I don't know the reason exactly, but it's like what I read about when I was in college, which is why I did tell my family what happened to me once I was in college. the reason it happens again, and if you have children, it'll happen to them. This deep now, y'all ready for this truth? If you ain't ready, you better leave my channel right now. But according to the research that I was reading about when I was in counseling, because even back then when I was in counseling, if the counselor we said something, I would go look it up. The reason that it happens is because the conditions exist for it to happen. So, for instance, if your mother was abused, some kind of way you're going to be abused too. The only way it stops being happening is if people tell the truth. If it's known in the family, the truth. It's just the truth. But what oftentimes happens when someone tells, when the child tells or the young adult tells, what happens? Somebody says, and it's mostly the mother, says you're lying. But it's sometimes the father, you're lying. Or people turn a blind eye. So now, when you turn a blind eye, and you read research like me, I'm just like, whoo, I can't have no part of being a single mother, baby. Because I can't have no part of somebody coming in, marrying me to sleep with my children. Let me tell you something, Miss Deborah, I'm the kind of person, when I moved back to Memphis, and we had to go on trainings, and my coworker went on a training, and she had 2 girls, and she was leaving them with her boyfriend, and it wasn't his house. See, it's different when it's his house. But it ain't so much like, it ain't really cool when it's your house and a man, because that's not the natural order. I don't care how cosmopolitan you women are, baby, God is real. And he already set things in order. In the scriptures, it says that Paul told somebody to go, Timothy, to set things in order in the church. If they want you to set it in order in the church, they want you to set it in order in the house. But in any case, so I told her, I said, I'll keep your girls while you at this conference out of town for a week. I'll do it. Because I ain't going to hurt them. I ain't going to let nobody hurt them. I'm only going to take them to school, pick them up, take them, get them something to eat, and take care of them. But you don't know what somebody's doing. And I know a girl, and she was raised with both of her parents. Her mother never let her be in the company of her own daddy for her whole life by herself. So, sounds good to me. But he was a great dad. He came up to, when we were in school, he painted her dorm room. I was like, wow. But in any case, this weight is about what's weighing on me. So, I did write a little bit this week, and then after I was thinking about the things I could say. But, oh, child. I feel like I would hurt my mom's feelings if I tell the truth, because my mother is still living and my father is still living. And I mean, I don't care about hurting my father's feelings, because he's a man. His feelings ain't gonna really be hurt, because men make their decisions. They make their choices. So they're different than women. And see, it's different. Like now, yeah, I'll be having babies at 12. But back then, if you had a baby, you got put out of school. You had to go to the pregnant school, or you just had to leave school. You couldn't be walking out of school with a belly full of baby. And back then, it was still a disgrace to be a single mom. So, and on top of that, with me knowing, experiencing what my mother went through, the last thing she was going to get out of me was a baby. But anywho, and it's not that I didn't want to get married and have babies. See, that's different. But Miss Deborah ain't gonna be. I'm talking about even now. My grandmother had a baby when she was my age I am right now. I'm not finna. So what I had to do is I had to learn how to not get raped. So recently, this man, I had gotten my lashes done and had some lip gloss. And this man, I told y'all about this man at the center who never speaks to me. He speaks to everybody. He talks to everybody. But I know he liked me, but he lusts me. He put his hand on my leg. I said, if you don't get your hand off my leg. So that was very powerful for me. So it's like, dude, don't take liberties with me. And yesterday, another thing that happened. Yesterday, there was this blind man who got on the bus. And like before, when I first was seeing him, I was just talking. And he said the rudest thing to me. So when he got on the bus this time, I didn't say nothing. But sometimes I would talk to the driver, but he was talking to the driver. And then when I got ready to get off, I was singing because I was singing before he got on the bus. I always be singing on the bus. He was like, "Sing it, sister." But I just kept myself quiet because I don't want him to say nothing rude to me. And when I say something rude to me, it was something of a sexual nature. So one of the things, now this right here is another truth. One of the things Eddie Fuse told me, and y'all can look Eddie Fuse up. He does a lot of biblical preachings, but he used to be doing like homeboy preachings. And honey, he erased 20,000 views because he was like, I'm winning people for the devil, and I'm gonna win people for Christ. But he told me that men get a vibe on who they can say that stuff to. And I'm like, well, how do I know? He was like, it's just a vibe. They just know. So I'm really, one of my goals is to change that vibe. And that's my goal. So what I realize is, shut up, Mr. Kentos. What I realize is that it's important to be aware. That's what's really going on, being aware. Because this weight loss process, it's what's weighing on me. It's the emotional way that I have handled my life. So that's pretty exciting. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. But if it doesn't, it makes sense to me. And I'm sharing my truth, which is why I'm on this channel. Because baby, I gotta give it all I got. Give it all I got. And sometimes all you got is just a little bit. And so a lot of times when I have truth to say, it's like I don't even feel like getting up and saying it to you. But today I just got up and said it to you. And I thank y'all for listening. And I share this. That's one thing. When you can talk about stuff and it don't make you cry and all of that stuff like that right there, then that's when you know you're ready. And Miss Deborah, ready. Girl, what? I am ready. So, yesterday they had like snacks and I was eating the snacks, but I didn't eat the candy at the free table earlier. I went to it was a flag football game with the police, the fire department, and the gas and water. And then I'm like, it was kind of boring. So I was like, okay, bought a couple of t-shirts for my nieces and nephews and went over to the campus and hung around, went to the campus library. And I met a guy who was from the Igbo tribe in Nigeria. And I was like, why you didn't tell me y'all were from the nation of Israel? Why you didn't tell us? He said, because a lot of people don't want to hear about that, which is true. It's because we've been taught against Africa. We've been taught against who we are. We haven't even been told who we are. So everybody who evangelized us in the churches, in the Christian churches, the Bible talks about speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They didn't speak the truth. They didn't tell us that some of us brown people are those tribes. When it says you will be enslaved for 400 years, that's us right now. And it was so deep that when we heard about it, we couldn't believe it was us. Isn't that amazing? Hi, MGAMES Live. How you doing? Thank you, Miss Carla. I appreciate you. Yes, I was going to sing Fathers, help your children and don't let them fall by the side of the road. And teach them to love one another, that heaven might find a place in their hearts. 'Cause Jesus is love forever. In my heart. Help me. That's the jam. I always say, I don't know no new songs. I just know small ones. The other thing I'm going to do, I have to work on a resume for a customer. And then I have to, I'm going to drive my car. I'm like, girl, I need to run some errands. I'm like, girl, hey, you got that right, porch lady. I'm like, you can drive that car, go run these errands and deal with the life, honey. Go pick up them groceries. I mean, I've already ordered them, so all I got to do is pick them up. I'm like, girl, you better get your life back, okay? Because I did it Thursday. I ran, jumped in, got my thing together, girl. And I'm like, Miss Deborah, you got to get your life together because, honey, And I'm very aware. I asked my home care worker to clean out. I have this. It's like from here to here. It's an oven, but it's also an air fryer. But I don't know how to use the air fryer part. I know how to use the oven, and I needed her to clean it, and it has a little aluminum foil in it, so she just didn't. And all of that is pushing me to know, you know what, you can do it yourself. But I'm gonna get her to do it because I want to make sure it's good. Because my fingers are tender, and she can do it for me. But she was so busy running her own errands at work Friday, she didn't have time to do my stuff. So I've been texting Petula, letting Petula know. But I always appreciate her so much. But sometimes people tend to run out. That's what happens. People, and she didn't go pick up my food basket like I asked her to, because people run out. That's why everybody needs accountability. All of us need accountability. Okay? I need it, you need it. In the Bible, even see really in the church, the preacher not supposed to be over the money. The elders and the deacons supposed to have oversee of the flock. But in the black churches and white ones too, the preacher have oversee of the money, and then they ain't gonna do right. Like Carla McRae said, he said he can't have one, he gotta have three. He ain't got no time for little old me. He ain't gonna do right. Because people ain't gonna do right. I ain't gonna do right. You ain't gonna do right. Everybody ain't gonna do right. So I'm going to let y'all go this morning, stretch my body out because it's hurting a little bit. And I want y'all to have a beautiful day. Thank y'all for allowing me to share my truths. I told the truth. It didn't even hurt me. So I've been trying to talk to my mom, but she got her own issues going on. And with her, everything she got going on. But I talked to her, but I can't talk to her about this. I never could. So, she's just going to get mad and not talk to me. And so, because she needs help herself. But she ain't going to get it. But if I don't get some more, if I don't do something, can you imagine me being fatter than I am? I'm like, hell, how fat? I'm like, Jesus, how fat can I get? And so, he has provided the provisions for me to tell the truth. And I appreciate that. So if y'all are so inclined, those of you who have weight issues, join us Monday nights for our weight loss support group. And then those of you who want a little bit more, join us monthly for our deep dive into the writing your way to your weight loss, your right weight loss. It's pretty powerful. It should be $50, but it's only $25. So jump on in. So, okay. Well, you do you, Deborah. Girl, you know I am. I got to. So, because I got to get this weight off. So, thank y'all very much. Don't forget to hit the like button. There are 33 people in this group. Only 5 people hit the like button. So, please comment, like, and share. And y'all can share this and call this The Truth According to a Morbidly Obese Woman. It's okay. Okay? Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and happiness. Peace. Amen. Me too. Carla, me too. Amen. Join us, girl. We got a support group going on. Join us. Okay? We're here. We're here for each other. I need somebody to braid my hair again. This time braid it right.